Welcome back. Brown Farms and a Very Good Life. I'm Todd and I'm working on a new project today. Let's see if you understand my dilemma. We live in Michigan. This is June 15th. And we're about to start getting warm again. And the longest day of the year is Saturday, I believe. No, next Tuesday. And it's going to get really, really warm in your high tunnels. And I've been toying with a little idea. I've been watching shade cloth that you can put on top of a high tunnel. But now this high tunnel is 30 by 196. And that costs probably around $2,000. And I just couldn't make the numbers work. So we thought we'd try a different idea that I have seen in commercial greenhouses. And that is put your shade cloth on the inside of your high tunnel. Now, because we have a V-truss, we are able to suspend crop cover on top of the joists. Now that is 30% light transmission deduction on this ground cover. And that is 7 foot wide by 2,000 foot roll, I believe. I'll show you the roll. There it is. And that costs $200 for 1,000 foot. So I thought, well, that's worth a try. So if you're underneath this, it will shade approximately 30% of the sun away from the strawberry plants. Now this has been up for a week. I wanted to see how it held, and I see it's moved just a little bit in the middle there. I'll re-secure that, and all it is, honestly, is duct tape on the sides. But it's held pretty good. And we had some pretty strong side winds, and the sides were dropped. So it held pretty good. And on the end, I bought some clamps. And I think those were, I think I got 24 of them for about 30 bucks. So that's a project I can let's play with and see how this goes. I'll show you how we put it up, or I put it up, and I will give you an update and see what our production does underneath it. It'll take me probably a couple months to look at the numbers and actually see how it went. So let's get this going, and I'll show you how I do it. Okay, you see me pull that. It took about 5 minutes. The reason that we're doing this in the high tunnels that grow berries is these are day neutral. berry. So they don't require 100% sun to produce. What actually slows them down in your July and August is the hot sun. So what we're trying to do is knock down the sun by about 25% and see if our production goes up this year. So that's what this whole experiment's about. Now at this point, you've seen me use a tennis ball, and I tied in the end and connected the rope to it and just threw it over the joists and pulled her on down. Now I'm going to start at this end, or the far end from the roll, and we'll use duct tape and clamps right on the end, and then we'll tighten it all the way back and then make the cut. So stay with me. Okay, finish that side up. My camera died, so see if we get it all in the edit. But I taped each end double-sided, top and bottom, and then I put a clamp on it there and a clamp on it here. Now I can go down and kind of straighten that end a little bit now that I'm here and got it done, but it's just a clamp system, so should be fairly easy. Now I thought I could buy, if this fails, I could buy clips that fit right on the pipe. That might also work. But as it sets right now, at high noon or high sun, these two rows should be in the shade, along with these two rows. Now, when I do the center, I'm going to unplug my lights and just run it right down the center again. And again, trying to get these two center rows in the shade. And then I will poke a hole in it and run my cords for my lights back into the socket. So, like I said, that roll cost me $200. And that'll actually do this high tunnel and one smaller one, 138 for $200, plus the price of the clamps. So I'm not planning on having to use this for 2 years. If it lasts 1 year, I'm all good. So again, it's an experiment. We're going to see how much it cools it on a hot summer day, which is coming again this week. So we'll see whether it helps our production and pays for itself. So stay tuned, I'll keep you updated. Well, this is the first update. I wanted to bring you in one last time for a view of it finished. This is what we came up with the center. Is I chose to do 100% coverage on the center section, so I pleated the crop cover and just pleated it all the way down and pulled her tight, and it seems to be holding. This is now about 3 days since I finished it. It's still all holding good, and preliminary findings is it's about 5 degrees cooler in here when the sun's out. And I believe that when I come out and actually test the floor of the high tunnel versus one that does not have the crop cover shade cloth on it, that it might be more than that. Ground level, it might be 10 degrees cooler. But I know it takes the intensity of the sun right out of it. You can basically stand under it and you do not feel the sun, the intense heat. Although we were out here doing this work, we found that we had another problem, and we noticed that there was a flow of birds coming in and grabbing a berry and flying on it. So we had to quickly buy some bird netting. I'll show it to you. We got it from Amazon, and it comes in a 7-foot by 100-foot roll, and we just cut it the width in half the best that we could and put it on the inside channel. And the birds were not very happy this morning. I mean, they were flying around, circling the high tunnel, and it worked so well that we are going to put it in high tunnel B, and that's where our raspberries are also. And my thinking is, because of the drought that we're under, that the birds are really searching out other food avenues. And they definitely found one here. So I'll keep you updated. This is high tunnel C. It now has shade cloth interior done and bird netting on it. So we should not be losing any more. So thanks for joining in. And I'll try to get some more videos to you. We got a lot of content coming, and I just got to be a little bit more diligent. We'll work on it. You have a nice day.